Alright, this is the Bex List tonight, coming at you from the Juice Bar. It's a gig here called Dubstep Wednesdays, going down each and every Wednesday. Just prior to the break, you checked out a music video by Dust Shadow. The track was called Slew. Pretty dope music video. I really like that one because it's kind of like a sci-fi movie in its own right. Very, very cool. And prior to that, brand new one from Rusco, that was Woo Boost. Still to come later on in the show, we've got the Timeless track feature, so stick around for that. But right now, I caught up with Adam.b earlier on in the week. Let's find out what's happening with the young man from Highlife Entertainment. Alright, good evening people. This is your little interview section here on the Bex List. Tonight, sitting with Mr. Adam Bennett, company known as Highlife Entertainment. He's the director and founder of the company, perhaps synonymous with some of the most notable events in the greater Auckland area. Thank you for joining us, Adam.
Good to be here, brother.
Now, what was the inspiration behind the formation of Highlife Entertainment?
Well, man, like, you know, it started back in the day when we were a lot younger, and we put on like heaps of house parties and boat parties and beach parties and all that when we were just like, you know, teenagers looking for something to do. And yeah, I kind of grew up, you know, I went to a couple different schools and used to kick it in all the different sides, like south, east, north, west, central, and up in the bays and wherever, and just knew a lot of people and built up a network when I was younger, but didn't know I was kind of like building up a network that would, you know, be fruitful for later on in my life. And yeah, I put on my 21st, and that was really massive. And then I put on like a couple of functions for different businesses I worked for at the time, and people were like, hey man, these are really cool, you should put this into a business. And I was like, nah, I just like doing it for the love and stuff, and I do like doing it for the love, but it came to the point in my career at the time where I needed to kind of like expand my ideas and you know, expand my kind of business ventures. And yeah, that's just kind of how it happened, and I went with the ran with the ball, and here I am today.
Yeah, so, scoring tries.
Yeah.
Nice. So you mentioned your 21st. Was that perhaps one of your like first successful gigs?
Yeah, I mean, we did. I had my 21st at the power station. I actually had 3 21sts. I had my power station one, which was like 1,500 people, and everyone paid $10 to get in. And we had like bands and DJs and big bar take, and you know, there's a little bit left over to buy a nice ride afterwards. Thanks for the Christmas present, everyone. I mean, birthday present, everyone. And then I had like one at a restaurant which I paid for, and shouted at everyone like alcohol and food and stuff for the whole family. And then we had that house party back at your house, and that was crazy. But I won't go into that on camera.
Secret squirrel.
Yeah.
So have you ever thought of getting into DJing because you put on all the fat parties? You know what I mean?
I don't want to be a DJ, man. I don't want to be a DJ.
DJ
I mean, I thought about it. I thought about it being heaps of things. I want to be Superman, but I can't fly, you know? So, you know, DJ's not my thing, man. You got to put a lot of time and work and effort into that, and I'm just quite happy just doing what I'm doing, and I'll leave the DJs to do their thing and the promoter, myself, doing my thing. And there's a lot of politics that come with DJing, you know, and I don't want to be in that firing line.
For sure. Well, if you were a DJ, what would be in your record crate? What sort of music would be being busted out?
Man, Tupac and Jim Morrison. I love those guys, man.
Those two combined.
Yeah, that's all you can hear, man. Like All Eyes on Me and Riders on the Storm. Nah.
Onwards and upwards. Now, you've done obviously pretty well for yourself. You Highlife Entertainment, a very successful company. Did you study at uni or anything like that?
Man, you know what? Like I left school at the beginning of 5th form after going to 2 schools, and then I like washed dishes for years at One Red Dog and Takapuna and a number of other places, and I did waitering, and I did like a bit of chefing, and I did portering at just up the road actually at Barry called Motor Inn in Parnell. And then I tried to do I did night school, and that was actually really good because I worked at Pulp Magazine, and when I was at Pulp Magazine, that was when I was kind of turning around in my life. I was like, right, I need to make some of myself, because I got so sick of washing dishes and mucking around and doing nothing. And by that stage, it was like when I was getting 20, 21, that's when girls were kind of like, okay, you know, they want to see guys doing kind of something with their lives and stuff, you know. And it's, you know, when you're washing dishes or whatever, people are like, what do you do? Oh, I wash dishes. And they're like, oh man, fuck, you know. So it was like, that was my turning point. And then yeah, I worked hard at doing night school. I did really well at that. and I passed my sales and marketing certificate for that. When I worked at Pulp magazine, I got thrown in the deep end, and like I fluked getting that job, by the way. And I got there and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how to do Excel, I don't know how to use this computer, I don't know anything. So I had to school myself up fast, and I did quite well at it. You know, I did really well at the job, but then I kind of got hungry, and I was like not earning enough cash, and I was like, man, I'm making all this money for someone else. It's time for me to, you know, grow and do my own thing. And I got given the ultimatum, either because I started my own company at Pulp magazine, and yeah, we just went on from there. And they said, look, you want to, you know, do your own company, or you want to do this, conflict of interest? Because heaps of their advertisers were starting to sponsor my events. So I took the leap and moved back home with my parents, and yeah, rolled with it from there, and did start up Highlife, and away we go.
Now here you are.
Yeah, here we are today. You know, still breathing.
Of course, you wouldn't be saying to anybody out there that's watching and still at school or still studying not to study, but you can do well without it.
I'm like, yeah, you can. Like, I think when it comes to like school and trying to do well or whatever in life, it's like, you know, if school's for you, and if you want to be a doctor or lawyer or architect or whatever, then that's when you need to go through school and through the system, and you need to come up in the game and do your thing. But just because you haven't done school or whatever, and you're sitting there and you're like, you know, you might be 20, 21, you're like, oh man, I don't have school C or anything like that. You can do something with yourself, but you just need to think, and you need to set your life up, set your goals, and just work hard at it. Because it took me a long time to get where I'm at now, and there's a lot of people told me I couldn't do it. There's a lot of people that held me back. There's lots of people that tried to bring me down, and the thing is, like, they gave me the strength. With all those people, I just turned all that negativity into positivity and used that as my motivation, so I could prove them all wrong, prove myself right, believe in myself, and come up, you know. So whatever you got to do, just hang in there and just believe in yourself, and you know, find what you want to do in prize, and just go for it and be that, you know, be that and do that, you know.
What are your drawing skills like?
Yeah, good. What do you want me to draw?
I'd like you to draw. You can draw a caricature of me, so a picture of me, or you can draw a like a logo. You might want to do a Karn like bomb. You know what I mean?
A little bit of my handwriting skills from back in the day.
Thank you very much. Adam opted for the default there. If you want to find out any more about Adam's company and what he's up to, check out the website highlifeentertainment.co.nz, and I'll see you guys very soon.